The Battle of the Trebia River, fought in 218 BCE, was the first major battle of the Second Punic War between the Roman Republic and the Carthaginian Empire. It signaled the start of one of the most remarkable military campaigns in ancient history, led by the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca. This battle, fought in northern Italy, demonstrated Hannibal's tactical brilliance as well as the weaknesses in the Roman military system at the time. The battle at the Trebia River established the tone for the early stages of the war and shaped Rome and Carthage's strategic outlook for years to come. To fully comprehend the significance of the Battle of the Trebia River, consider the larger context in which it occurred. The Second Punic War was sparked by a growing rivalry between Rome and Carthage following the First Punic War, which resulted in Roman victory and the loss of Carthaginian territories like Sicily. Following the war, Carthage expanded its influence in Iberia, modern-day Spain, and Portugal, where Hamilcar Barca and later his son-in-law Hasdrubal established a formidable power base. After Hasdrubal died, Hannibal, son of Hamilcar, took command of the Carthaginian forces in Iberia. Hannibal's audacious plan to invade Italy via the Alps, a journey that became legendary due to its audacity and logistical challenges, was a testament to his strategic brilliance. Leading an army of approximately 50,000 soldiers, 9,000 cavalry, and nearly 40 war elephants, Hannibal overcame natural hazards, local resistance, and significant attrition, demonstrating his unparalleled leadership. Despite the hardships, Hannibal's army descended into northern Italy in late 218 BCE, significantly reduced in size but formidable. Unprepared for such a daring maneuver, the Romans scrambled to prepare their defenses. That year, the Roman Senate dispatched two consuls, Publius Cornelius Scipio and Tiberius Sempronius Longus. Scipio attempted to intercept Hannibal in southern Gaul but was outmaneuvered. He returned to northern Italy to confront Hannibal near the Ticinus River, but was defeated in a cavalry skirmish and severely injured. After that setback, Scipio retreated to a camp near Placentia, modern Piacenza, to await reinforcements. The other Roman consul, Sempronius Longus, was stationed in Sicily with a large force, preparing to invade Carthaginian territory in North Africa. However, when news of Hannibal's arrival in Italy and Scipio's defeat reached Rome, he was directed to march north to join Scipio. Sempronius made a quick winter march and joined the Roman forces near the Trebia River in December 218 BCE. The Carthaginian army, despite being weakened by the Alpine crossing, still had significant advantages. Hannibal's leadership was unparalleled, and his army, which consisted of Libyans, Numidians, Iberians, Gauls, and war elephants, was adaptable and skilled. In contrast, the Roman consuls were politically motivated and under immense pressure to deliver a decisive blow by the end of the year. Sempronius, in particular, was eager to achieve glory and may have sensed Scipio's diminished stature following his injury, so he pushed for an immediate confrontation, highlighting their intense pressure. Sensing Sempronius's impetuous nature, Hannibal carefully laid a trap. He chose a battlefield near the Trebia River, a tributary of the Po River, and devised a strategy to take advantage of the terrain and weather conditions. It was midwinter, and the area was cold and muddy, with the river swollen by rain and snowmelt. Hannibal planned to use these harsh conditions to weaken the Roman forces before the battle began. The night before the battle, Hannibal dispatched a detachment of around 1,000 infantry and 1,000 cavalry under his brother Mago to lie in wait in a hidden ravine near the battlefield. The following day, he dispatched his Numidian cavalry to provoke the Romans and draw them out of their fortified position. Sempronius, who was already inclined toward battle and may have been eager to fight before Scipio could recover and take command, fell for the bait. As the Roman army led by Sempronius crossed the freezing Trebia River, they did so without giving their troops time to eat breakfast or prepare. The frigid waters caused their limbs to stiffen, morale to plummet, and formations to become disorganized. In contrast, Hannibal's army had eaten and warmed up beforehand, waiting in dry clothes and battle formation on the other side of the river, giving them a significant tactical advantage. Hannibal launched his attack after the Romans crossed and formed lines. His army was thought to have slightly fewer infantry but far superior cavalry and more mobile, diverse units. The Carthaginian front line consisted of Libyan heavy infantry, Iberian warriors, and Gauls, who had recently joined Hannibal's cause. These troops occupied the center, with his formidable Numidian and Iberian cavalry stationed on the flanks. The conflict began with skirmishes and minor engagements but quickly escalated into full-fledged combat. The Roman legions advanced, pressing hard on Hannibal's center. Initially they appeared to gain ground as the well-trained Roman infantry advanced in tight formations, creating a tense and uncertain atmosphere. Hannibal's plan, however, was to encircle the Romans rather than win in the center. His superior cavalry quickly overwhelmed the Roman and allied horse riders on the wings, driving them from the field. With cavalry dominance, Hannibal was able to turn the Roman flanks and start the encirclement, intensifying the tension of the battle. Mago's hidden detachment emerged from their ambush just in time. They attacked the rear of the Roman formation, causing confusion and panic among the already exhausted Roman troops. The Roman army was encircled and under attack from all sides. The cold, hunger, and wet clothing hampered their ability to regroup or maneuver effectively. Despite being surrounded, the Roman legions in the center remained disciplined and fought bravely. According to some sources, a corps of about 10,000 Roman infantry could cut their way through the Carthaginian lines and escape to safety near Placentia. However, the remainder of the Roman army was either slaughtered, captured, or drowned while attempting to flee across the icy river. Estimates of Roman losses range from 20,000 to 30,000 men, while Carthaginian casualties were significantly lower, but not insignificant. Hannibal won the Battle of the Trebia River with a resounding victory, while the Romans suffered a humiliating defeat. It demonstrated several key aspects of Hannibal's military genius: his command of terrain and weather, his understanding of enemy psychology, his ability to use diverse troops in coordinated maneuvers, and his precision in planning and carrying out ambushes. From a strategic standpoint, the battle proved that Hannibal's campaign in Italy would be more than just a raid, but a long-term and dangerous incursion. The Roman Senate recognized that Hannibal would be difficult to defeat, and that their traditional methods of warfare might be insufficient against such an opponent. The defeat at the Trebia River, followed by subsequent disasters at Lake Trasimene in 217 BCE and Cannae in 216 BCE, caused a crisis of confidence in the Roman state, forcing them to reconsider their military and political strategies. Hannibal benefited greatly from the victory at Trebia regarding supplies, morale, and credibility among the Italian tribes. His hope was that by demonstrating Rome's vulnerability, he could incite a widespread defection of Rome's allies in Italy. While he successfully gained support from some regions, particularly the Gauls and southern Italians, many other allies remained loyal to Rome, eventually proving critical to the war's outcome. The battle also illuminates the limitations of Roman command structure at the time. The dual consul system, while intended to provide balance and oversight, frequently resulted in rivalry and poor coordination, as evidenced by Scipio and Sempronius's opposing approaches. It would take many years, a reformed military strategy, and the rise of new Roman leaders such as Scipio Africanus to finally counter Hannibal's brilliance. The Battle of the Trebia River in 218 BCE was a watershed moment in ancient military history, demonstrating Hannibal's capabilities as a commander. It was more than just a tactical victory. It was a psychological blow to Rome and a declaration of intent from Carthage. The battle foreshadowed a protracted, brutal conflict that tested both empires' resilience, adaptability, and determination. While Rome ultimately won the Second Punic War, the early battles, beginning with Trebia, provided lasting lessons in strategy, leadership, and the art of war.